Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about how to prevent low back pain while you're gardening. My name is Roxanne Meldrum and I'm a physical therapist with PT Health Academy. Gardening presents lots of opportunities to create a cranky back, whether it be lifting a large bag of dirt or carrying around heavy pots, maybe spending too much time in bending, deadheading, or transplanting. All these things can be problematic. But it's not the tasks themselves that are inherently bad, but how we do them. Done right, you can build a healthy, strong, resilient spine. Done incorrectly, you'll continue to insult structures in your low back, potentially creating a low back ache or pain into your hips or even down your leg. So how do you do these tasks correctly? In previous videos, I've talked about replacing bending with hip hinging and squatting. When you do this, you put your spine in kind of a neutral position that helps protect the structures in your low back. Remember, neutral spine is that position between full flexion and full extension where your spine is the most comfortable. It's different in everybody, so you need to spend some time practicing and finding where your neutral is. But this can be tricky to learn and require some coaching, and I'm going to suggest one strategy that might help with this. You're going to use tape. You're going to take a piece of 3 to 4 inch tape and apply it to your low back. You're going to put it at the level, if you put your hands on your pelvic bones where your thumbs point, that's about where you're going to put the tape. You're going to attach one end of the tape to your back and then pull up and stick it to your back so it's kind of taut on your back. The tape needs to be tight tape, not like stretchy tape, not elastic tape. It has to be tight. You could even use a Band-Aid as long as it's not a stretchy Band-Aid. When you put this on your back, make sure you're up tall and you're in that good position that you're trying to reinforce. Now, once the tape is in place, when you go to do that hip hinge or that squat, if you start to bend or round and lose that good technique, the tape is going to pull on your back. And that's going to work as a coach to tell you to stop, reset, and then continue. Now, once that tape is in place, I would recommend that you practice a little bit, warm up a little bit before you hit the garden. I like using a yardstick to practice. If you put this down your back, it hits your low back, your upper back, and your head. And then in standing, you can just kind of warm up, loosen up your hips, and practice, 8 to 10 hip hinges, and then move on to trying some squatting and working on that a little bit before you hit the garden. Now, if you also sit and garden from the edge of a garden bench, you can do this in sitting as well. With a tape in place, can you sit without it pulling? Can you bend forward through your hips from that bench without the tape pulling? This is something to practice on and get better at. Now, again, this can be tricky, especially if you have a back problem. If you have pain, pain is a muscle inhibitor, and you're trying to teach your muscles to do something they're not accustomed to. This might be challenging. Please don't give up. Keep practicing. Now, if the tape starts causing some itchiness, please take it off because there are adhesives in some tape that are irritable to sensitive skin. And I don't recommend that you use the tape for longer than a day because it really just stretches out over time and it's really not helping anymore. But I would recommend that you continue to put tape on your back when you're gardening, or maybe even when you're cleaning your house or doing things that tend to flare your back up. In this way, you're getting that coaching. And then when you can do those tasks without the tape pulling, then you know you've developed good technique and good habits and you no longer need to tape. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to my page. This is very helpful with me growing my small business. Thank you so much for listening.